camera rolling? Alright, good. We need to sit down and have a conversation, I think. Actually, I know because we're doing it. Today is Sunday? Nah, Saturday. Yeah, we'll get it right eventually. And normally there would be a Stupid Driver episode coming out today, but those of you who have been paying attention to it will notice that the comments are disabled on the most recent one, and it's indicative of a very disturbing trend that I feel like I need to address now, because there's misconceptions about what the series is supposed to be, and there's also people making bold assumptions about my faculties, I guess, that really I want to set the record straight on. I guess first and foremost, the most important thing is that stupid does not equal illegal. They are two mostly overlapping things, but there's plenty of things that you can do in a car that are really stupid and also perfectly legal. Like, for example, there's no law that says that you have to merge into traffic immediately as soon as you get into an acceleration lane. But it's kind of stupid to get into an acceleration lane, go all the way to the end of it when traffic is busy on the road. Right? Similarly, it's not illegal in this province, I guess except where posted, although I've certainly never seen a sign for it, to go 40 kilometers an hour below the speed limit. But I think we'd all agree that's pretty stupid, right? So at the end of the day, it's very important to make the distinction that this is a stupid driver series, not an illegal driver series. That could have two different meanings. But you know what I mean, right? Yes, the two certainly overlap quite a fair bit. But I get comments all the time from people saying, oh, well, 95% of the things in this video are perfectly legal. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, they are. But that doesn't make them any less stupid. There's an interesting phenomenon that I have noticed with my channel in particular, and it seems to be my channel in particular. And I don't know, maybe somebody might look at that as being narcissistic, and maybe they're right, I don't know. But I can only report on what I see. And it is that I can upload the same thing as somebody else, and it gets lambasted as being patently offensive, but yet the other person gets praise. Like, for example, all things totally being equal, I could, or somebody else could make a video about microwaving a light bulb, and people would find that entertaining. They'd express interest. Oh, I didn't know it would do that. I upload a video of microwaving a light bulb. OMG, what a waste of a perfectly good light bulb. Go die in a fire. Like, that kind of thing. That is the kind of thing that I have noticed over the course of my, what's it been now, 15 years of being on YouTube. That's the course of this. And I don't really profess to understand why that is. Maybe it's just it's the algorithm that gives it to these people. I don't know. Like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And I noticed it with the Smash videos. When I was doing the Smash videos, people really got on my case with some of those, not realizing that anything that was destroyed is pointless. But whatever. And then these, there's thousands of channels out there that upload compilations of driving clips. And yes, you see in the comments there's a lot of people lambasting, because some of them, quite frankly, are kind of stupid. People submit their clips thinking they're holier than thou, and in reality they're not. Far more egregious than anything that I do, but yet everything I get's negative. I don't know. With like the one or two or three positive things here or there. It's weird. I don't get it. But is it going to stop me from uploading them? Absolutely not. So, I mean, if you don't want to watch them, then just don't watch my Saturday videos. Like, really, just go away. You'd be doing the world a favor instead of coming back and complaining about them. It's not going to change the way that things are. I had somebody leave a comment recently telling me to get a hobby. which is hilarious because, look at this channel for about a picosecond, and you'll see that I have a hobby, or 2, or 10. So, like, things like that. Negativity, criticism, whatever, fine. Like, you want to point out, hey, actually, by the way, when you said this person was wrong, actually they were right because the law says this. Fine. Everybody can learn. But patent negativity like that can just go fly out the window. I don't have any time for it, don't have any patience for it. Alright? So there's that. I had some clever clog recently say, "Stop honking your horn." I guess they didn't realize. Or were too stupid to realize that I had bleeped out the swear words with, like, this. Which, by the way, is a boat horn, not a truck horn. If you're really wondering, it comes out of the World Traveler theme from Windows 98. And I've used others before, the chord sound and various Macintosh noises. But I guess somebody mistook it for a truck horn and then called me a trucker, which I thought was kind of, but, again, people don't pay attention. They just look at one video in a vacuum. So, and you just can't do that. I don't know whatever happened to the idea of making informed comments. Like I said, I got no problem with criticism. You disagree with things that I say in a video, stupid grammar video or not, fine. Let's have a nice one-on-one conversation about why you disagree with this, why you think, okay, that's perfectly alright, but if you're going to yell at me like you're a dumbass and this is why, you're just going to get your comment deleted. And further to that, I get a lot of comments from people telling me that, oh, this guy thinks he's so much of a perfect driver. If you think that about me, my challenge to you is to find the clip and clip it and send it to me where I said that. I think you'll find that you won't find it because I never did say that. That's just you putting words in my mouth. And no, I don't think that. Everybody does something stupid at least once or twice in their entire driving career. Probably more than once or twice. Probably at least 100 times in their driving career. And yes, I have certainly done a lot of dumb things. That doesn't detract from the fact that these other people are also doing dumb things. Like that. Again, I don't see where the disconnect is from that reality. But there must be one, so I'm addressing it now and saying, look, this is what the reality actually is. And in the chance that someone happens to find that clip and sends it to me, I will be more than happy to apologize for making such a blatantly false statement because it is not true. And speaking of patently false, I get a lot of comments from people shouting, "Road rage!" And I really don't want to have to get out a dictionary for these people because if they looked it up, they'd realize that A, that's not what that is, and B, on the off chance that that is what that is, and I don't know, maybe it is, there's different interpretations, then everybody on the planet's got it. Kind of diminishes the point of the term, right? Because similarly to my statement about not being perfect, you cannot sit there and tell me with a straight face that you have not once in your driving career yelled F you at someone who did something dumb in front of you. You can't do that. It's just, again, it's patently false because you have. So, sorry, but again, you are wrong, and comments insinuating such will just get deleted. Also on the subject of complaining, the interesting thing that I have noticed about YouTube is that there is a very broad push from the YouTube community at large to eliminate all of the various swear words on this site as if it's TV or something. You need to censor that. You can't say that word. You can't, that kind of thing. Intriguingly, I have noticed an opposite phenomenon with these stupid driver videos because, YouTube's monetization rules make it very difficult to monetize a video that's filled with swear words. But, so that's what I did. I bleeped them all out with these varying things, and people complained about it. So, stop doing it. And until I hear further, I'm not, it's a lot easier to put these together when you don't have to censor everything. Because yes, I do talk like a longshoreman when I am driving, if you didn't notice. But I'm not going to bleep anything out. And so far, no one's complained. Well, actually, no, that's not true. The YouTube age restriction Winebot complained about the last one. But yeah, other than that, I don't really understand why, because the language wasn't any more colorful than the two previous to it that did not get flagged, which is odd. AI, yay. I was about to say thanks, Susan, but she's not in charge of the site anymore. Yeah, so that's a thing. So I guess, now that this is 11 and a half minutes long, I should probably wrap it up with some closing thoughts and where the series is headed in the future, because there will be probably some changes. I haven't decided when exactly I'm going to enact them, but it might be soon, i.e. February, which, well, I'm recording this on the 21st of January, which, yes, is not a Saturday, it's Tuesday, but record these things in advance, edit them, gives me plenty of time to do it. So, having said that, I think there's one more week, or maybe not. I do have a calendar in front of me, I could check. No, so that is February. February 1st is next week, as of the upload date of this video. And I'm thinking about changing it over to a once-a-month thing, because, yes, I've noticed that people don't like it nearly as much. And I don't know, maybe I should take a hint from that I should upload them less often. But there is the subset of people that do actually like them. So I'm going to continue to upload them for those people. But for everybody else, you can just keep watching all the other stuff like you normally do. Beyond that, I have given some thought, and maybe I'll put this up to a poll. I haven't decided yet. I have given some thought to spinning it off into its own channel and uploading them and not caring about the comments, to be brutally honest about it. And doing it that way, just to see what would happen. They probably won't get picked up on, no views, no anything like that, because I noticed that with all the other channels that I make. But, you never know. Maybe it's another one of those things that because it's so different from the normal content that I upload here that people don't like it. Could be that. But at least in the short term, I'm going to start uploading less frequently, maybe once every 2 weeks. Because I do still have a pretty sizable backlog of stuff that I need to edit. So probably once every 2 weeks, and I'll see where that takes me. And then once I run out of the backlog, because eventually I will, just as a little bit of an aside, every time I publish one of those, I go through about 2 or 3 folders worth of the backlog, and there's only about 14 folders, so there's really not that much stuff. I delete a whole lot of the things that I keep. By the way, a lot of the little things where, oh, that was so dumb at the time, but when you rewatch it, you realize that, maybe this really wasn't that bad, who cares, just move on. So, yes, believe it or not, I am capable of doing that. But yeah, now that this is almost 15 minutes, I guess I'm going to close it with that. We'll see where things go with this, but I wanted to make this video to address some of these criticisms and address some of these baseless comments that mean nothing to anybody, which I guess leads me into the one thing that I forgot. Comments on the stupid driver videos going forward. Not this one, because this is something else, but going forward, they're going to be held until they're approved. Approval only. Because, again, I get a lot of these dumb comments that just really they have no business seeing the light of day. So hopefully that encourages some fruitful discussion and people wanting to have a constructive conversation about, well, hey, actually, by the way, this is what the law says. That's useful. Again, I don't profess to know the Highway Traffic Act front to back. It's helpful to learn some of these things. But baseless criticisms like, you're a ranty, sweary moron, are just gonna, go away. So that's it. Thank you for watching that. And if you've got any comments, obviously following the reasonable limitations, leave them below.